It is the Sports Fix here on Flow FM, and it's time to have a look at what went on in Millicent and Districts cricket over the weekend. Focusing in on, of course, Naracoorte and Robe and Lucendale, how those clubs in particular are going. But in particular, the Naracoorte Cricket Club and Townies, their captain, Matt Smith, joins us on the line. G'day, mate. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, going all right, thank you. All of this talk of wind and rain over the weekend never really eventuated, did it?
No, it turned out to be a nice sunny day, and we got a good game of cricket in, that's for sure.
You did. You headed up to Lucendale and took on those guys, and in the end, it was a pretty comprehensive win. Lots of wickets falling on the day, but you did it by 5 wickets.
Yeah, we started well bowling, managed to get the McGurk brothers out early, which is always a bonus when you're playing Lucendale, and the wickets just kept falling from there, and yeah, not too many problems in the chase. We were looking a little bit shaky at one point, but a couple of boys steadied and got us home.
Indeed, and when you say you bowled them out, you bowled them out for 101 and got them fairly comfortably in the end. One name I do see here in the Lucendale side, and I have to send him a shout-out, is the great Sammy Gratz, who's decided he's going to have a hit. He's come in number 5 and hasn't really troubled the scorers, Sammy. Thought he was playing a test match, 2 off 20. What's going on there?
Yeah, we matched up quite well with him. Braden Smart actually bowled probably most of those dot bowls to Gratzy, and he just couldn't get away. He hit the ball quite hard, but straight to the fielders all day, and he ended up getting out to a very good catch in gully, a one-hander. So he would feel a little bit unlucky, but yeah, that was his innings was a bit short-lived.
Well, Sammy Gratz, that's all right. That's one hit for the season where it hasn't gone his way. But look, you boys at the top of the order yourself, 23 got a start, but how'd you get out?
I managed to flick one off my leg straight to the one bloke on the leg side, which is a bit annoying. But I had a good battle with Big McGurk with bat and ball this week, and he got the wood over me. So hopefully we'll come up against him again, and I can get one back on him.
You guys were in some early trouble, 3 for 31, 4 for 53, 5 for 57, but down the, I won't say it's the tail end, but the middle order, Ham and Henschke got you home.
Yeah, Sam Henschke, he's got a habit of finishing games like that for us. He's quite capable of that, just bats a bit lower down the order, especially in run chases. He seems to like to chase them down. Yep. Towards the end there, under a bit of pressure, it seems to be his specialty. So yeah, he did a very good job and didn't have to rush it. He just ticked them over and hit a few boundaries to finish the game off.
All right, another win for the Townies crew, and we'll give an update of the ladder soon. Now, let's talk about the other Naracoorte side. Warriors took on Millicent this week, and this game was at Wortley Oval. The Warriors won the toss and sent Millicent in, and probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, well, it looks that might regret that decision a little bit, and Millicent got off to a pretty good hit, and when you're chasing that many, it's never easy to get the points, that's for sure.
So they bowled them out in the end, late in the innings, 10 for 173, Millicent. That's above par on bowler-friendly conditions, or in bowler-friendly conditions. And it wasn't a bad chase from Warriors, but they just ran out of time.
Yeah, they just couldn't quite get the run rate going early in the innings. And when you're playing a bit of chase, it makes it pretty hard. And we managed to catch the end of that game when we got back, and they were swinging pretty hard, but unable to find the fence. So it wasn't without trying, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, look, in this one, they started well, Warriors in the run chase, none for 47, and then lost wickets at 47 and 2 at 48, which put you behind the 8 ball. And the innings steadied a little bit from there, but obviously to steady it, you've got to slow the run rate, and they just couldn't catch up again. Yeah,
correct. With Schroeder's, Paul and Harry got them off to a good start, and which they tend to do, and then sort of just steadied through the middle, and I think Lauren Bald hit a few runs there as well, and he usually scores at a pretty quick rate, so he would have been trying to get up, so he would have been the key wicket in that run chase for sure.
Got to mention too with the ball for your Warriors boys, Nicholas Bald, who bowled very, very well in his spell. Came on about 8th change, 4 overs, 4 for 22. So what do they say about what gets wickets?
He's actually a young fella, Nicholas. He's 13, I reckon. 12,
Good on
13.
him.
Playing, I reckon he's fielding a few times, but yeah, first time playing a full game, and he bowls very well, and he bowls very straight, and that tends to get wickets when you're bowling against a lower order, and good on him for taking a few, and hopefully his old man picks him next week.
Absolutely. You miss old hit. Well done, young man. So 4 for 22, good figures in anyone's language. The last match of the round is Beachport Ferner. They were at Rendlesham, and it was the home side in the end who snuck home in a game which saw about 150 runs and 18 wickets.
Yeah, not really what I was expecting for that game. I was expecting quite a few runs, but obviously the bowling was very good from both sides. Yeah, it's kind of really surprising, that game, but yeah, interesting.
69 they were bowled out for, and then Rendlesham 8 for 74 in the 22nd over. So game was over inside 50 overs. The boys had an early finish. A couple of forfers, Bateman and Burse there in Rendlesham's run chase for Beachport Ferner, and best with the ball for Rendlesham. The winners was Reed and Telfer, who took 3 wickets apiece. So that was a wrap of last week's matches, given that we don't have any details from Millicent footballers and Robe at this point.
Yeah, correct. Not really sure what happened in that game. Hopefully they did get a game, and we'll hear some results shortly.
If you want to get mentioned on the podcast and, of course, on Flow FM Australia, then get those results up on My Cricket. That's the message we got for everyone today.
Yeah, correct.
Let's have a look at the ladder. And in the A-grade competition, of course, your boys, Townies, will be right up there. You must be pretty happy with where you're sitting, even though it's very early in the season, of course.
Yeah, we are. Few weeks been light on numbers and managed to scrape wins. And like I said last week, it's good to get those wins early so you're not chasing your tail. Still with a couple of big games coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And hopefully sneak a few more.
So who are the big threats to you guys? Who are the teams that you either have played already and have showed plenty, or you're looking forward to playing?
I know our boys looking forward to playing Rendlesham and Beachport and Ferner. They're supposed to be the 2 strong sides, and we like to challenge ourselves, so we'll be looking forward to that. I believe we have Rendlesham this week, so we'll trying to send a pretty strong team down there to face those guys. And then we always have good contests with Lucendale, and Millicent surprised us earlier in the year, so we look forward to playing them again at some point.
Excellent. All right. So, we'll move on to that match, actually, yourself and Rendlesham. Now, where is it being played?
Rendlesham.
Right. So, much of a trip for you boys from Naracoorte down there?
I think it's... Well, we're trying to figure that out on the weekend where Rendlesham actually is. So I think it's about an hour from Naracoorte, around Millicent somewhere. So it's a little bit of a trip, but yeah, it doesn't worry us too much travelling. So we'll round up a team and head on down there.
Excellent. Well, I won't ask you to tip. That would be redundant. But one thing we know, it'll be a good game of cricket. And if the weather's fine, there should be plenty of runs in it.
Yeah, we hope so. Plenty of runs is always good, especially if you're batting side. If you're bowling, you want the wickets flowing, so we'll see how we go.
Other matches this weekend, we'll see Beachport Ferner taking on Robe. We don't know the result of the Robe game from last week, but Beachport Ferner probably start that one as favourites.
Yeah, I think they'll start that one as favourites this week. They've got a pretty handy side, and you'd expect them to get the win.
Here's an interesting game. Lucendale taking on Millicent. It'll be Millicent's first trip up to Lucendale since the competitions have come together. So a little bit of a road trip for the Millicent crew, but Lucendale, Millicent, who wins that one?
I think Millicent might get the points in that one. We've played both teams, and Loosedale just aren't quite hitting their mojo at the moment. When they do, they'll be a dangerous team, but Millicent's playing good cricket at the moment, so I think they'll get the points there.
Now, have you played Mount Burr this season yet?
No, we haven't played them yet. I think we're playing them in 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, you'll get some, info out of your fellow Naracoorte team, the Warriors boys, who are going to play them this weekend at home at Wortley Oval. So, without having seen them, I guess it's hard to comment on Mount Burr. But what about the Warriors here? They were pretty good last week without winning. Are they a chance?
Yeah, they are always a chance. They got some dangerous players there that when they click, they can give anyone a run for their money. Also, the Schroeders in there and the Bolds, they can be quite handy. And also Andrew Fitzgerald, who, when he's up and running with his big left arm in-swingers, can cause a bit of a problem. So you always give the Warriors a chance no matter who they're playing.
Yep, fair enough. So another big weekend coming up in Millicent and Districts Cricket. Townies and the Warriors, the Loosedale crew, the Robe crew. We're wishing you guys all the best for the round ahead, and we'll catch up with you next week, Matt, and find out how you went.
Yeah, thank you very much.